Matt Rogers has a secret crush. He's crazy about combine harvesters. And since buying this one on eBay, he's maintained it in tip-top condition.
Keep them greased, oil's changed, fueled up. They're like any other machine, need looking after.
But last year, his passion provoked a grotesque injury that would have left him crippled had it not been for a freaky surgical solution. Matt's combine had stalled in the farmyard, so attaching it to a JCB, he tried giving it a tow. However, he'd accidentally left it in gear, meaning the minute he started pulling, the combine jump-started into life and began driving itself towards the shed.
So I jumped off the JCB to try and get on the combine and stop it. Unfortunately, I should have stayed away from it, let it hit the shed.
Matt now raced round the front of the vehicle in an attempt to board it and kill the engine. Suddenly, there was a bone-crunching crash. A corner of the enormous cage that houses the blades hurtled into the shed's metal support pillar, viciously crushing Matt's left leg. Sickeningly, the massive machine smashed and tore its way through his thigh, snapping his femur bone like a matchstick, slicing his tendons in half like guitar strings, and ripping out a huge flap of flesh, exposing the nerves, veins and arteries below, before finally grinding to a halt.
I knew something bad had happened because I could feel the side of my leg had ballooned out. There was obviously a lot of blood building up. I knew it was bad.
Hearing Matt's screams of terror and pain, the co-owner of the farm raced to the nearest phone and dialed 999. Minutes later, an army of firefighters and paramedics arrived to find Matt's semi-severed leg hanging on by a thin thread of blood vessels.
It just looked to me as though a bomb had actually gone off in his leg.
Fairly horrendous, really. It was pretty gory.
While paramedics pumped Matt full of painkillers, firemen tried to figure out how on earth they could prise him free. Using a combination of heavy-duty hydraulic spreaders and industrial-strength inflatable airbags, they lifted the 6-ton combine away from the pillar, delicately disentangled Matt and the pulped remains of his thigh from the jagged metalwork, and eased him onto a stretcher.
There was blood and bits of fat started to drip down from his leg over all the equipment.
Released from the high-pressure pincer grip of the combine, the mangled chunks of Matt's thigh now flopped out from the wound and flapped free.
The whole leg was open, the flesh had dropped down below his knee, his thigh bone was exposed, as was all his nerves and tendons. We actually got hold of the big pieces of flesh and try and pack them back onto his leg. It was so horrific, one of the firemen did actually faint and we had to treat him at the same time.